Man, what up though, y'all? I'm showing my inner Detroit city. That's what we say in Detroit. What up though? If you're from here, you know you know. I always find it so interesting when people from the South, or just people just not from the North or the Midwest, they always say that they can recognize an accent in my voice. To me, that is crazy because I hear no accent. When I think accent, I think strong Southern accent like Texas, Tennessee, New Orleans. Oh, New Orleans is to die for. I love their accent. It's probably one of my favorites, but I chuckle a little bit every time someone says that they hear an accent in my voice. What y'all think? Do y'all think Northern people have accents? Because I don't have an accent. Anywho, I'm about to get into this style for my daughter. A style I haven't done on her before, not in her 100% natural hair state. 90% of the time, I will say that I'm adding feed-ins for braids and twists or faux locks or butterflies, like anything that I put in her hair. Like, I'm adding hair. A, because I think it's just fun for her, and B, it helps me out a ton to have that protective style. It just lasts longer. Not a complicated style at all, but I tell you what was complicated.
Get in the bed. No more hugs, no more kisses. Get in the bed.
Now, I know that may have sounded cruel, but y'all, this was like their 17th time coming out of their room. Bedtime is at 8 p.m. sharp. Why are you still out here at 8:45 talking about hugs and kisses? I've given you 749 hugs and 1,369 kisses. Come on now. Y'all don't love me that much. I'm just playing, y'all. I love all my babies all day, every day. But when it come to getting his hair done, I be on a mission. Now back to it. I think the most difficult part of this hairstyle was more mental than anything. Me trying to figure out if it was going to work on her hair or not. Because mind you, I haven't put just natural twists in her hair since she was like 3. So in my mind, I'm like, oh Lord, I'm going to put these twists in her hair and they're not going to hold, or they're going to get frizzy fast, and I'm just going to be right back doing this again tomorrow. But I think, thankfully, to the Shea Moisture Mousse and the Camille Rose Almond Butter, it held up pretty nicely. Y'all will see it at the end. Now, the one thing that I love about her hair, and I tell her this all the time, is that her hair texture can hold pretty much any hairstyle. It's not loose, it's not curly, but it's also not tight and coily necessarily to a point to where it just doesn't hold too much of anything. Again, I think I told y'all in the previous video, I don't identify her hair type. I don't know. My best guess would be 4B-ish, anywhere from that range to the 4A's to the 4C's. But I don't think it's a C. I definitely don't think it's a C. Now, by this time that I had decided to, well, rather had the energy to style her hair, it had already been about 4 days post-wash, and she had went swimming, but she put a shower cap, not a shower cap though. She wore a swimming cap, which protected it pretty well. I think those edges did get hit a little bit with some water, but we made it work. But I think next time when I do this style on her, I'm going to have to immediately do it right after a fresh wash and blow dry. Because right now, the roots have been sweated out and they're not as flat as they could have been if I had just got done blow drying her hair. And it made it a little bit more difficult to detangle 4 days after wash day. But she was a trooper. She held it down. And y'all, I really had no rhyme or reason around my parting for this style. Originally, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do a bunch of tiny little twists all over your head. Well, then as the detangling went on and the energy levels started to deplete, I said, forget this. We're gonna do big parts and we're going to see where this takes us. Because again, I had no idea how this style was going to turn out. I didn't want to put all that time into it and it just not work out. So I wasn't putting too much pressure on myself with the parting and the styling. Clearly, look, as you can see, I spared no expense on these parts. Honey, we get in where we fit in around here. If it works, it works. Now this girl is beyond tired at this point. Talking about put some beads in my hair tonight. Absolutely not.
Just put a scarf on.
I'm good. I can wait another millisecond.
Why? Why we gotta do it tonight?
Because I don't want to do it tomorrow. I don't want you to do it tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm sleepy.
No, put it on. Put it on.
We did end up going to the beauty supply store the next day and got some cute little beads to go in her hair.